So let's talk a little bit about Forza Horizon 3, or no, actually, quite a lot of it. But before you say anything, the gameplay is from one of the Xbox channels called Xbox On, and it's basically where, this one guy just talks to Ralph Fulton for about half an hour with Forza Horizon 3 gameplay in the background. So instead of them distracting you in the top right, I'm just gonna plop my face cam right in front of theirs. What are you gonna do about it? Please don't copyright strike me. But yeah, this background gameplay, if you want to see the whole half an hour footage, I will leave the first link in the description to this. But yeah, anyway, let's hop into talking about Forza Horizon 3. So one of the first things we see is just the amount of detail, just a look at this. Like, it's a Ford Raptor, obviously, in the middle of the Outback, and they really did not disappoint on the graphics. It just looks extremely nice. So now we're going to zoom ahead to the Ford Raptor actually driving around, and the first place that they drive to after going through these pink lakes, which they did research in the Outback, so they just did a lot of research into all of these different places in Australia, obviously. But the first place we see here is a gold mine, and I would assume this is where you would play your Crown or Infected, etc. And it overall just looks like one of those playground places, like the docks in Forza Horizon 2, for example. But as we continue driving in the Outback, we then pull up to a gorge cross-country event, which is going to be obviously a cross-country event because it's named Gorge Cross Country. And when they enter this event, they then access the Horizon Blueprint, which is probably stressed to be one of the biggest things added in Horizon 3. So the first thing that is selected is the car theme, so you can choose anything from just having retro saloons in there, to just having GT cars if you wanted to, or you could just specifically use American All-Stars or whatever. But if you really wanted to, you can choose the specific cars you want for that event, which is just, it's crazy. Now, not only does Horizon Blueprint just let you choose the specific cars you want for that event, but you can also change the race settings, and inside of this tab you could change the time of day, the weather, and the time progression, which again, it's something really small, but something that's pretty useful because obviously the weather will affect the physics. And after you're done changing the race settings, or maybe even changing the car themes, you could then go over and edit the name to just anything you want, really. So after you're done with all of that, you could just press create blueprint, and boom, right there is your event. They obviously named it Gamescom with 3 exclamation points, and that's pretty cool how it just shows up right there. And you may ask, hey, how do people access my blueprint that I created? Basically, if one of your friends,
Talking about friends, can you please add me on Xbox at UnderfanGaming1, thanks.
created a blueprint right here, for example at Gorge Cross Country, then this blueprint is already generated instantly into their world and will be able to access your event at this point in the map. In this event, the only eligible vehicles are obviously the buggies, and it isn't Horizon 3 without your good old buggies. So I already have one gripe with the racing already, and I mean, I guess it was present in Horizon 2, but I just really don't like how specific you have to be, just how specifically accurate you have to be with hammering the checkpoints. Like, it's just such a narrow gap, I'm gonna miss a ton of checkpoints in this game, and I already know it. One thing that I love about the buggy already is you can see the suspension work. Like, the car is just bouncing up and down on the wheels, and Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know how this is gonna work, if, Lamborghinis or Ferraris will be able to go as fast off-road or even faster than the buggies, but how I look at it right now is the buggies will have the upper hand in handling, to whereas the Lamborghinis and such will have the upper hand in acceleration or top speed. And we all know, if you played off-road races in Horizon 2, then handling is the big one. Handling is probably one of the biggest parts of off-road racing. That's what I mean. Took 2 seconds. And going back to what I said earlier, just the amount of research they did. This is the Ormiston Gorge that they were just going through, and again, they did just a spot-on effort. It just looks really nice, and it looks like they put many hours into the research of Australia just to get their map 100% accurate. But as we finish the race here, you can see the credits given, and you can see 10,000 credits being given at the end, and then the wheel spin obviously giving 15k. So money shouldn't be that hard to come by in this game like Horizon 2 was. So I'm gonna get that 10 million credit M4 in no time, boy. As we enter the festival site, we see the absolutely fucking gorgeous Rocket Bunny 240SX. Oh my god, hype. I'm just speechless. Look at those, look at that diffuser. As we go around the car, you can see the fenders, and you could also see the stupid canards that are on this. What? But not only that, just ignoring the fact, I'm just gonna pause it real quick. Just look at the outside. It's just everything about Horizon right now is just glorious. Wait, hold on. That fitment though, holy shit. Alright, so as you could probably tell, some time passed, and some rain clouds started coming in, and you take the 240SX for a spin. Was I expecting this car to be in the game, or this kit to be in the game? Probably not. And I just want to say, like, there's just a stupid amount of detail in the map, a stupid amount of cars, a stupid amount of customization options. Not only that, but they also had to make the interior for the cockpit view. The amount of work gone into Forza Horizon 3 is it just blows my mind. But as we go down the road a little bit, we then see the 240SX drifting around some of the drift zones, and this thing goes around like 3 or 4 corners, so I was only expecting it to go around maybe 1 turn, maybe 2 turns, but no, it went around like 3 to 5 turns. But yeah, you could just tell like the 240SX is just ripping off road, but I could tell you already that the buggy is just, it's gonna dominate handling wise, obviously. But as we go more down the road, there's a train. Not in a showcase event, not in a bucket list, an actual train in the open world, which again, it just adds to how alive Horizon 3 looks. So as we stop and let the train pass, we then access drone mode, which, oh my god, this is gonna make for some fantastic cinematic videos. So as the drone is behind this S2K and RX-7, we use a little bit of the turbo on the drone to keep up with those cars, and what the turbo does is it just increases the acceleration. You can also cycle the radio and hide the UI inside of the drone mode, and when you're done, you could just press B to go back into the free roam. But now this is where the gameplay just turns for the best. This is Surfer's Paradise. The city, it just looks nice, if I'm honest. I'm just lost for words. So as 240SX drifts into Surfer's Paradise, this is what it looks like, and just, geez, the amount of detail as well. I'm saying this, but I went to Google Maps just to see if they, you know, they did an alright job of this. They made this about 95% accurate. It looks phenomenal. But yeah, as they drive a little bit more through Surfer's Paradise, you could then see the festival site of Surfer's Paradise. And that's about it. The only other thing to mention is radio stations, and of course Bass Arena and Horizon Pulse are coming back, that's obvious. But they also said in this interview with Ralph Fulton that they are going to have hip-hop radio stations, some really hard rock radio stations, and you can also create your own by unlocking a radio station further down the line, and you can access music through your OneDrive and create your own music, like stream your own music through there, which again just adds to the just music enthusiasts part of Horizon. So not only are they, you know, appealing to people's car tastes, Horizon is also big on music, so music taste has to go in there as well. So that is pretty much it for this gameplay for Gamescom. I'm gonna say this the last time until I actually get the game, because I'm pretty sure you guys already know how I feel of this game. I'm fucking hyped. I can't wait to get my hands on it in 5 weeks, like in exactly 5 weeks, really. I'm hyped as shit. You would know that if, you know, follow the channel. By the way, please sub to me for some quality ass content. No, that's not true at all. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another absolute subpar video.